This is Valley News Live at noon.
We start with a story that's just into our newsroom. A toddler and her mother were both hurt in a house fire in Verndale, Minnesota. Firefighters received the emergency call just after 9:30 last night that a home was on fire and a child was trapped upstairs. When firefighters arrived, they saw flames coming from an upstairs window. The Verndale and Wadena fire departments rescued a 1-year-old. She had to be flown to the hospital. Her mother was also treated for smoke inhalation and burns after trying to rescue the child. Well, new at noon, President Biden promised to send new gun control legislation to Congress on his first day in office, but it was hard to pass the new legislation through a divided Senate. So today he is taking executive actions on new gun safety measures. Deborah Alframone has the details from the White House.
President Biden is taking steps on his own to enact new gun safety measures. Today's actions include orders for the Justice Department to draft red flag legislation that states can model to keep guns out of the hands of people facing mental health issues. The department will also have 30 days to create new rules addressing ghost guns, self-assembled weapons that require no serial number. And President Biden wants a 60-day review of how stabilizing braces for pistols are regulated. A stabilizing brace was used in last month's Boulder, Colorado mass shooting. The accessory enables pistols to fire like short-barreled rifles and makes them more accurate.
Greater stability means greater accuracy and control.
The White House says today's actions are just a first step.
This is not enough, and Congress also needs to move forward, for example, on the bipartisan background check bills that are in front of them, because the majority of the American people believe that we need sensible gun reform.
President Biden also plans to name a gun control advocate to head up the Department of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. David Shipman, a former ATF agent, has been an advisor to the gun control organization set up by former Arizona Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords. The NRA issued a statement saying it will fight this nomination and ill-conceived executive actions. Deborah Alframone, CBS News, the White House.
President Biden is pushing the Senate to take up 2 background check bills already passed in the House. Fargo fire officials are asking people to be more careful, saying smoking materials continue to cause high-dollar fires in the city. Now take a look at these pictures from the fire department. All of these fires were caused by cigarettes. In 2020, Fargo Fire responded to 19 fires started by people not properly disposing of smoking materials, and they say this continues to be a trend in the first quarter of 2021. Of all the fires the department responded to in 2020, 153 were accidental. The fire marshal says fires caused by smoking are always preventable.
Have cigarettes or smoking materials that kind of piles up over the winter, or maybe there was a flower pot and that was getting used, but the thing is that pot over the whole winter is dried out and the plants died and that type of thing. So as that builds up, then come spring, we get the nice warm dry air, and that gives it that opportunity to cause a problem.
Erickson says the best way to prevent these fires are to place the cigarette butts in a metal container or ashtray with sand in it. Soak the cigarette butt in water, then throw them out. Do not use a coffee container or potting soil because that is flammable, and never throw your cigarettes out of the window. Barnesville police say they've been taking more reports of people losing their coolers after leaving them at the end of the driveways for school lunches. Police believe people coming to town for cleanup week are taking the coolers, thinking they're trash. They should just attach a cooler to a tree or mailbox, or make a sign letting people know what the cooler is used for. While the thefts may continue, police say this could lessen the likelihood of it happening. Well, it's definitely pretty cool this morning, but could we see more rain today? Let's check in with meteorologist Lisa Green. Hey, Lisa.
Good morning. We've got more rain moving into the valley as we see on our sky cam there. More drops of rain falling right in the Fargo-Moorhead area as we're watching more move in. Here's a look at some of our newest reports. We've surpassed 4 inches of rain in at least one area. This is in Kensington and Grant County, Hoffman as well in Grant at 3.69 inches of rain. A lot of reports coming in from Ottertail County of more than 2 inches of rain, including in the Underwood, Deer Creek, and Battle Lake areas. Detroit Lake's 1.3. Bemidji over to the east at a little over an inch, and in the Cormorant area a little over an inch as well. Fargo, we've had several reports come through. The highest report so far is at 0.64, and Grand Forks getting in on the rain now. Not a lot, but every little bit counts, and we're at 16/100ths of an inch of rain in Grand Forks, and more opportunities for that as we advance through the day. You can see what's happening on the radar. It's that rain pushing back in, and once again coming in from the east or southeast. So coming in from a direction we're not typically used to here in the valley, but it's rolling in, and it stretches all the way up from the Red Lake area back down into Detroit Lakes, into Fergus Falls, Barnesville, and it's now on our doorstep in Fargo and Moorhead. And in fact, we're seeing those sprinkles right now. So more showers ahead of us here today, and it's going to be more of a rainy lunch hour in a lot of spots. We'll have details on what to expect through the rest of the day and when we can expect that sunshine to return as well coming up in your forecast.
We'll definitely stay tuned with you so we can find out when we're getting more rain and how much. Thanks again, Lisa. Well, a new push in the North Dakota legislature would put face mask mandates in the hands of locals only. The anti-mask mandate bill barely passed the North Dakota House, but a last-minute amendment helped get it passed 30-17. The original bill would have made mask mandates illegal, but the amended bill only puts limitations on state officials. Counties, cities, school boards, and businesses will still be able to enact mask mandates. The bill now goes back to the House for a vote on the new amendments. Opening day for the Minnesota Twins is today, and 10,000 lucky fans will get to see the game in person, but it won't be business as usual at Target Field. Now, fans will be asked to do a few health screening questions when they arrive, and the only bags allowed in the stadium are diaper bags, small purses, and those used for medical items. And fans won't have a ticket in hand. They'll have to download the MLB Ballpark app, get access to a digital ticket. Now, when it comes to getting ballpark snacks, fans can still order the old-fashioned way or use the MLB Ballpark app to order and pay for food. The app will notify customers when their order is ready for pickup, and when you go to your seat, you'll notice zip ties that block access to nearly 3/4 of the seats at Target Field. First Avenue North in Fargo is reduced to one lane in each direction starting today. It's happening between 10th and 11th Streets North. Eastbound traffic will be shifted to the center of First Avenue, so crews have room to work on a building. The closure is expected to remain in place for about 2 days. Family and friends are raising money for a 6-year-old battling brain cancer. Ava and her mom are at St. Jude so Ava can participate in a long-term treatment trial. Here at home, friends are hosting a raffle, online auction, and fundraiser. Lend a Hand Up is boosting proceeds 20%, up to $5,000 to make gifts go further. Now, the online auction is live now and goes until tomorrow at 3 in the afternoon, and they'll hold a virtual raffle drawing on Saturday at 9 in the morning. For links to the online auction and raffle event, just head to valleynewslive.com. Now, if you see ferrets and snakes in downtown Fargo this afternoon, don't be alarmed. It's an event the Red River Zoo is putting on for National Zoo Lovers Day. Now, Aria the domestic ferret and Monty the ball python are just a couple of the animals you can check out. Exoskeletons and other animal artifacts will be on site for you to touch. Kids interested in studying animals can get first-hand knowledge about the profession from zookeepers and veterinarians.
You want to be in a science or animal related field, it's very competitive. So for the kids to get an idea of what they need in order to succeed in that career early on is really advantageous to them.
The event goes from 4 to 6 this afternoon at Broadway Square at the corner of Broadway and 2nd Avenue, which is at the base of the Block 9 building. It is free for all ages. Well, coming up at noon, the pandemic has left many isolated, especially older folks. A nonprofit is helping seniors connect and socialize through a virtual senior center. But next, the rain continues. We'll check in with meteorologist Lisa Green.